What is up, team? Fabio here. Hope you had a great night of sleep and welcome back to another daily market outlook. So just quick personal message. It always feels a little bit strange. I'm talking to this camera every single day, but I know that you guys are somewhere in the planet watching these videos. So just drop a comment down below in the comment section where you're from. I would really love to know where everybody's watching from. And yeah, without further ado, let's just dive in and see where the market is heading next. So dollar index, first of all, dollar index broke pretty much structure over here in towards the upside on the 4-hour time frame. So I would consider this a 4-hour break of structure. So at the moment, our protected low is this swing low over here, and pretty much what we expect is that the market is to rally further in towards the highs. At the moment, the overall fractal structure low is this low over here, and as we can see yesterday, we tapped kind of back in towards this area of demand, right? This, let's say, sell before the buy candle, this has your demand zone, and from there we've continued out higher. So what I'm looking for is some follow through in towards the upside to reach kind of that 105 level. At the moment, we're not really reacting to anything that interesting over here on the left. I'll just be keeping my eyes out for how we kind of correct in towards the highs. What could happen is kind of something like this, and then maybe kind of like a fake out on that 105 level, and then maybe like a deeper correction. But for now, as long as this overall fractal low is respected, obviously we should continue up further in towards the highs. So that's what I got my eyes open for on the dollar index. Now moving on in towards EURUSD. EURUSD moved down lower yesterday. As you can see, we tapped perfectly in towards that area of demand yesterday, as we expected, and grabbed the liquidity beneath all of these lows, called it all along the entire week. Then what happened is that we made a quick pullback in towards the highs, perfectly in towards that buy before the sell, which initially pushed price below all of these lows and broke this overall structural low over here. So this was the structural low that was broken. So again, for our BOS, and we have now got lower low, and a lower low. So what I'm expecting, obviously after a break of structure, which we had over here, you expect a pullback in towards the highs. You kind of already got the pullback over here. What I'll be looking for now is, as the overall bearish momentum is strong, and I do expect the dollar index to continue up higher, I'll be looking to see if we can see a further push in towards the downside now from EURUSD, in line with kind of like that overall further upside push on the dollar index, because a strong dollar index means EURUSD down, because the dollar becomes stronger against the euro, right? Because if EURUSD is trading at 1.08 and then it goes to 1.07, it means that the dollar is becoming more valuable, because you receive less dollars for €1. So now looking that we're inside of this area of demand, we could kind of like get another pullback obviously in towards the highs, but we've already, let's say, got the main demand out of that demand zone. So what I'll be looking for mainly is from like a daily perspective, where can we start following through in towards. And then obviously I'm looking for the dollar, for euro dollar to kind of like just move towards a new lower low, if I'm very honest. So we've now created pretty much a new area of supply over here on the daily, like we did and I showed you guys in earlier videos. So again, supply over there, then again supply over here, and now we've got a new supply zone. So as long as this supply zone on the daily holds, I will be looking for further downside. And then if you look at the 4-hour, that's the entire buy before the sell. So, and also like the current market structure, right, on EURUSD, because this is currently your high and this over here somewhere is going to be your low. So what I'll just be looking for, maybe we will see a pullback soon, then obviously this will be a nice shorting area, this supply zone. But for now, just look for kind of like further follow through in towards the downside. The only like real fresh area of demand is all the way down here. So let's follow order flow and yeah, just further short your dollar on every opportunity, all the way back down into like 1.072. Now moving on in towards AUDUSD, what are we seeing over here? AUDUSD broke the demand zone. Like as I said, guys, at the beginning of the week, the longer you're inside the demand zone, like the weaker it gets. So yeah, there's nothing really holding us back from, let's say, falling. There was some demand still inside of, let's say, this bearish candle, this sell for the buy, this final one. That is kind of holding price up now. What I'll be looking for mainly, obviously, like we pulled back in towards this supply zone over here, which broke this overall demand zone. I'll just be looking to see if we can further short Aussie dollar, because it does look good to see further downside. Then I'll be targeting this overall demand zone. I mean, if we do start breaking structure in towards the highs, and we, let's say, break this high over here, then maybe we could continue back up higher, because the overall structure is still bullish from this low in towards this high. So then we would look for longs, but as long as that high holds, just continue to look for shorts, as easy as that. Now moving on in towards pound dollar. So what are we seeing on pound dollar? Yeah, supply is being respected. Pound dollar is a little bit tricky one, like it's stuck, as you can see, just in a range. Like this is your, let's say, support, that is your resistance. We've already taken out supply and we've already taken out demand, so I'm just going to be waiting for this to break out. There's no real sense in trading it. Like taking longs is dumb because there's no real demand zones over here. Taking shorts is also dumb because we've already taken out supply and we're just moving sideways. So let's wait for it to break out before we trade pound dollar. Going in towards NZDUSD. So NZDUSD is moving down lower, obviously, still looking for further downside from this pair. Supply holding perfectly over here, as you guys know, looking still for further downside from NZDUSD. Going towards the daily. Daily is looking bearish, guys. I mean, we are, and I'm very confident, going to take out this low very, very soon, 0.59406, and then potentially head down even lower because this is like the next fresh demand zone. So that's what I'm looking for. Until then, just continue following the overall order flow. So this is the order flow, right? So now this area of our supply over here, that is your main supply zone with a fractal high positioned over here at what is it, 0.6, literally 0.6 resistance level. So that's nice. 0.6 is now your resistance level. So now go in towards the 15 and just trade the overall 15-minute structure further in towards the downside. Like obviously there is some demand inside here which we could react to, but again, this demand zone, all it did was just push price in towards supply, and then from supply we expect follow through because this supply is significant. Why? Because it broke structure.